Hi everyone, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20, and I hope you're doing fine today. I am. It is 3:33 Friday, March 10th, and I had 8 hours sleep, so I feel great. And I just had a cup of Joey Kramer kick-ass organic coffee. Oh boy. And so with all that energy from the sleep and the coffee, I said, I'm going to make a podcast to my peeps about having a good Friday. What is a good Friday for you? Do you have your little recipe for what makes it a good day for you? My recipe has already started, right? I got the 8 hours sleep. I'm having my little kick-ass coffee. and pretty soon I'll get my walk in. And yesterday I had a 2-walk day. It was so sunny and beautiful, and even though it was windy, not as devastating as around Boston, but it was definitely windy, but it was so warm, it was great. So I had a 2-walk day thinking that the big snowstorm that we're supposed to get today wouldn't be happening. So I would have to give up my walk today, but it hasn't started yet. So I'll get in a walk, and then I'll go to my meeting, and it's a Fathead Pizza night tonight. So how could it not be a good day? If you don't know what a Fathead Pizza is, it is my saving grace for the Keto Under 20 food plan. Why? Because it is as much like a pizza as it can be, even better, I would think. And so by having that, it quells any cravings that come up when I'm like stuck in a place where I might have to watch a pizza ad and I can't fast forward it, so the visual hits me, and whatever creepy, sneaky things they do in those ads that make it like permanently bond in my head. So this way I get to take care of it. And so I'm doing well with the 1 meal a day. And I watched my video yesterday, and it was March 2nd, and I was still talking about a second meal of the day. So I thought I'd been doing it for a whole week last week, but I have this week, except for the when I go to breakfast, and I had 1 scrambled egg and 4 strips of bacon on Tuesday for a first meal of the day, which will kind of be part of the treat because I go out with my friend, and that's when I discovered, we were sitting next to the door to the storeroom, and I discovered the Wesson oils in the storage room, and I was so dismayed. And it certainly took care of the what do they cook stuff in an organic, local, grass-fed, homemade kind of place. What do they use for oils for cooking? And alas, they use what other places use, which is too bad. Have any of you ever cooked with lard? The only lard I see available here, I think, is by Armour and at Stop and Shop, and it's so filled with chemicals. But I saw somebody cooking with it on a podcast, and she made fried chicken a la Butter Bob, and it looked delicious. So maybe I'll check out other stores, but even at Market Basket I couldn't find it. So, how are you doing for Friday? What is your recipe for a great day? Some people are just happy it's Friday, and that's all they need to know. The rest is gravy, right? So I hope that you have your day planned, and it isn't as free-flowing as sometimes it can get, or it used to get, so you get into trouble on Friday, which flows into Saturday and Sunday. You want to be uber conscious of tracking and your waters and taking care of yourself. And, it's so key. Self-care is so key. It's getting so I can see it. I have a couple of gal pals that I see almost daily, and they're just way overwhelmed with what their life has given them and to handle. And I see them, and it saddens me because I've been in that vortex or whatever it is. And it's a horrible place to be where you just are making it through and there's no calming moments. There's self-care is just the fact that, you get to your bed eventually and you toss and turn for 4 to 5 hours and then you get up and do it all over again. That's as close as you're getting to self-care. So, food-wise, how are you, my little keto under 20s? I hope that you're finding it working for you. And if you're not there yet, that's fine. I'm loving it. And having one meal a day, it's working because I can do it at 3:30 because Greg has slowed down. This is the slowdown part of the season. It's like, the boilers have made it this far and the air conditioning isn't needed yet. So he kind of has a catch-up time. So we are able to eat a little bit earlier. And that's been good. Now, if we get back to the place where we're eating at 4 or 5, we'll see, how I do. But yesterday, rather than thinking about something that I shouldn't, I went out and got that glorious walk and listened to a podcast about something keto. Trying to remember what it was, but there's so many. There's so many podcasts. I'm so lucky that I'm semi-retired, so I can listen to all of these people and just keep on going and getting good ideas. And one podcast I was listening to, they made keto meatballs with pork rinds, and it took me 3 stores to find pork rinds here on the Cape, but I've got them. And so today I'm going to make a little batch of pork rinds, meatballs. And it was funny. He said, if you like your meatballs moist, then you keep them touching. And it's so funny to hear from a guy cooking. He said you want them in a smaller tray, and you want them touching. And if you want them a little bit crispy on the outside, then you cook them so they're separately, maybe on like a cookie sheet pan or something. And I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to do the pound those pork rinds and make the little organic grass-fed meatballs. And I've got some Nature's Promise organic Italian sausage. And so I will make that up too, and then we'll get some zoodles at Market Basket. And I did get the Rao's, R-A-O, the hot one, arrabbiata. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Sauce, and it only has 3 carbs and 1 net carb, and so 1 gram of fiber. So 2 net carbs, but I'm not a net carb person, but just the fact that it's got 2 less than the Classico plum tomato marinara one makes me very, very happy. So Greg will get the Classico and I'll get the extra hot because I like extra hot and he doesn't. So we're a 2-sauce family, but if that's the worst of it. And yesterday I got my nails done in honor of turning the clocks ahead on Sunday. I don't know if you can see, but I got lavender. Fun, huh? And I almost didn't because we're due for a big snowstorm today, but then I said I'm doing it in spite of it. And yesterday when I was on my walk, I saw tons and tons of snowdrops, those little white ones, along with the crocus. And so I was thinking, I feel so bad for you guys tonight because it's supposed to get bitter cold again this weekend. So I've done my my Lose It for the day, and it is I guess you would call it kind of bleak. I'll show it to you. It won't take long, that's for sure. Hold on. So today is Friday, March 10th, 2017. And it says I am having 1,230 calories, which is very low for me. But who knows, maybe there'll be a salad or something. But it ends up like this, a bulletproof coffee, which I'm having now, and I will have all the way through to when I leave for my meeting. 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and 3 tablespoons of butter to have in future coffees and teas throughout the day. And the Fathead pizza. that's it. Incredible, huh? And then over here, the macros are 68 grams of fat for 79% of my food plan for the day. Carbs are 9.4, which is 5% of my day for macros, with 3.9 of them being fiber. And protein is 32 grams. So actually it's the smallest, lowest calorie amount that I'm having in a, it's kind of funny, in a day that I'm having pizza. So I don't know. Maybe something else will show up on the dinner for tonight. Maybe some sauteed spinach just to get a greenie in there. And I had the Tuscan organic kale from Trader Joe's, and I shook it up in a bag with their organic olive oil and roasted it at 375 with a couple of turns in between. Every 5 minutes I did a couple of turns, and it was delicious, and I will do it again. And Greg's is Olivia's organic baby kale. He likes the softer one. So I had, on the cookie sheet, I had my kale and his kale, and we each like our own, so we're a two kale family with that too. So what do you know? This is how it goes. And I'm lucky I have the time and the patience to separate what we have at times. So that's it. My food is planned. And tomorrow night will be a bison Delmonico steak. Can you stand it? Oh, I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, this has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. It is Friday. I didn't even say those two words yet, but I'll say them. You don't want a messy Monday, so you know what you have to do. This is just one of those, not even a smackdown. It's just a reminder that the weekend is not a time to make your keto food plan Monday through Friday at noon, and then eat whatever you want Friday from noon till Sunday night. It doesn't work that way. And so there's no snacking. You plan your meals. They're weighed and measured. This is if you really want to do it. You really, really. And, you know, when you think of the seconds it takes, if you keep all your tools on the counter like I do, whoop, 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 it's done. It's measured. You're safe. And it's the little things that mattered. And then on your weigh-in days, you can be excited like I am. Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. Bye-bye for now.